Good morning. It's 9 a.m. Friday, September 22nd, 2023. Welcome to the Good News live at 9 on Facebook and available later on our YouTube channel. Please be sure to comment in the chat. This is a presentation of the Allen Park Presbyterian Church. Good morning, everyone. I'm Suzan Maxey. I'm an elder at Allen Park Pres, and my co-host is Kerri Van.
Good morning,
Hi,
everyone. Good morning, and it is really 9 a.m., not like 9 p.m. like we surprised everyone the other night, right? Good morning, everyone. Good morning, and it is really not. All right, sorry about that. I wanted to turn the Facebook on. So it's Friday. How is September going this fast? It's almost over.
I know. It's almost over.
Tomorrow's the first day of fall. Can you believe that?
Not really, no.
Me either. All right, so what do we have going on, Sue?
Well, I think you're doing something today, aren't you?
Yes, we are.
Come out of here right after.
That is correct. We are doing Christ Night lunches. We do them the first and fourth Friday of the month. So our team is probably going to be there before me, but which is a good thing because they know how to cook and I really don't. I'm a good sous chef and a good dishwasher and a good speaker, but they leave the cooking to the professionals, right?
Yeah, yeah.
It's my philosophy anyway. So good morning to everyone who's watching. I see Ken Woods, Norma Bentley, Nancy Horvath, and other people who are watching. I can't see unless you chat. So what else do we have?
Speaking of Norma.
Speaking of Norma, we just started a new grief share series, and we did our second session last night. We do it on Zoom. It's a great ministry. I'm proud to be a part of it with Norma. Norma's been doing this for like 17 or 18 years, and she's really good at it. Very comforting. So I enjoy doing it with her. Good morning, Kevin Vaughn. Nice to see you.
We have the deacons are still, it's an ongoing ministry. Once we start something, we just keep it going, don't we?
We try to keep it going forever if we can. So we are always taking donations for local animal shelters. Clean, gently used towels, blankets. They don't like big comforters. Food, even if it's dry food and you have to tape the bag closed, that's fine. Toys, treats, there's all kinds of stuff. If you go on our website and click the picture, when you first get into the website, you'll see some other things like duct tape and Sharpies. So yes, we appreciate that. Every time the box fills up, we donate it to another local shelter. Hi, Amy. And our worry worms, Sue, have launched. They are getting around, and we haven't even really started it yet, but we have been giving them out at church and our first game night. And we're hoping that people will start putting them in the community. We had to take a little pause this week due to some things going on at the church, but we'll be right back at it next week. So if even the part of crocheting them is therapeutic. So whether you want to find one, make one, or do
I have mine.
You know, mine's upstairs. I wish I would have brought it down. Mine's pretty. Ooh,
Mine's purple.
Not
purple.
saying yours. Yes, not saying yours is not.
Of course, mine's purple.
Yes, mine too. Mine too. All right. So the last thing we'll talk about before we bring our guest in is our ongoing trunk or treat. We are doing very, very good with people hosting the trunks. We only have, I think, 4 left. But we are going to need a lot of things to pass out. We use a portion of our budget. We rely heavily on donations, and we are talking to businesses in the city. So hopefully once fall gets here tomorrow, everybody will start thinking Halloween and help us out with this mission, which is so, so fun. It's a great safe place for kids to go in the community.
Yep. Adults have a lot of fun too, just looking at the kids. And I mean, everybody dresses up, the adults, and there are some people who are super duper creative. I mean, some of them are like, wow.
Yep. And we're going to have some,
wow.
We're going to have some contests this year. There's 3 different categories we chose, I don't know what the prizes will be, but whatever it'll be something fun. Probably money, but money's fun too.
Yeah.
So look forward
Doesn't
to
like money.
Yes, look forward to talking more about that. We just have so many things going on. And we just keep your news feed full of excitement. Hi, Pat. Wade and her four-legged friends are watching, and they have a large bag of things to donate. Yay!
Right.
Come to the church when it's open, and it is located near the Cleveland entrance. All righty. So what do you think, Sue? Should we bring our guest in?
We need to bring our guest in because I think he's going to tell us about something else that we could talk about, but I think he could talk about it better than we can. So let's bring in Steve. Good
Ooh,
morning.
somebody with a great internet connection popped right in.
Yeah, boy, he just popped right in. Can see him, but can't hear him yet, but he's there.
Almost there. Not probably can hear me.
Hey.
Hi there.
Hi, Steve.
Hi.
It is such a pleasure to have you on. I'm trying to determine what outfit you chose because I saw your Facebook post. Nice. I love it.
This is a Brooks made tie-dye.
Cool.
So that's what it's a company, a Brooks made company. Wow, how cool.
Well, I guess technically it's a company. Really, it's just Becca, I think, and her mom sometimes. So
Okay.
they're a farmer's market vendor. And so, so one of the I had a little girl complain that my outfits were boring, and she said something like, couldn't you wear a shirt with some colors or maybe a funny saying? This child was 4 and she was criticizing my fashion sense. Luckily for me, Becca came up with a better choice. So
out of the mouths of babes, eh?
So funny. Well, there's nothing wrong with supporting local because we're all about that too, Steve.
Yep.
So you're advertising something behind you. I have a graphic put up too.
Normally every Friday is the farmer's market, 3 to 7, right across the street from the church.
Yep.
But this week, since it's made in Michigan, the farmer's market is going to be mixed in with the rest of the vendors. And so we'll be up on Allen Road from 2 o'clock until officially it's till 11.
Oh, wow.
But I don't think very many of the vendors have enough lights to do that. So I think, probably after 8 o'clock or something, it'll be mostly just the food trucks and the music.
All right, Sue threw a graphic up there. Keep in mind there's going to be a portion of Allen Road closed today, so you're going to have to work your way around that.
Yeah, it closed last night. I drove by this morning and saw it was already done. So it's pretty much from Roosevelt all the way to Southfield. So the same general areas we do for the street fair.
Okay, so and it's easy to get around, and Allen Park has a good street system. It's easy to get around, especially now that construction is better.
Right.
Right. So I just recently got to kind of know you. We talked on the phone. I've always seen you twisting balloons because I'm like at the church and you're across the street.
Oh,
But
right.
it's so interesting to be able to get to know you a little bit better. And I think you go to Harold Duda Park a lot. And what made you interested in doing the balloons? How did you get interested in that?
I don't know, like when I was in my 20s, I learned how to juggle, and then I thought, well, the next clown skill would be to make balloons, and so I tried that. And then I made balloons on and off for a long time, and now I'm retired, disabled, and so I'm sitting around doing nothing. And I thought, I could go make some balloons at the park, and then that was last spring, and I just kind of carried forward from there.
That's awesome.
So
that's really awesome.
my wife likes it because where I'm making balloons is usually really far away from my refrigerator, and so I can't snack as much, which is probably better for me too.
Well, see, healthy habits are a good thing to have. Connor's mom is watching. We both have a mutual friend of Connor Johnson, and she said, we love Mr. Donohue. And Norma Bentley said, great outfit. So yes. Another supporter, Wade and her four-legged friends are watching. They're another big supporter of Allen Park like you are.
Right. Yep. I try to make sure to do something every week. I usually wear, when I come to the market, I wear a shirt from a local business. And then I have a display of a bunch of business cards and flyers for community events and things like that.
Yeah, that's one thing I bet you a lot of people would like to know is that you keep flyers at your area for
Right.
businesses. So I mean, if you have something you want to advertise, you got people walking right by that'll pick your flyer up.
Yeah, it
So, I mean,
turns out I'm a little bit pushy, so having me have your flyer is probably good because I'll make people take it.
That's funny.
I'll talk them into it. How's that?
That's how I am at trunk or treat. I'm like, here, parent, have my flyer here, or I'll put them in the kids' bags. So yeah. Everybody takes them. They don't say no at trunk or treat because it's too fun of an event.
Right. I love trunk or treat. We were there. Well, I was at the farmer's market for it last year. It was crazy. There's a lot of people.
Oh, yeah.
Trunks. It was a really good time.
We estimated there was 750 kids that came through.
I believe that.
Yeah.
And I have a feeling as we've started advertising a lot sooner, I have a feeling we're gonna have a lot more this year too.
That'd be
So,
awesome.
That'll be
You guys,
fantastic.
you guys scared me last year because they
Oh.
make the kids line up. Because you only let it, you don't, just so parents know, it's not a giant crowd where like 750 kids are suddenly in Park Avenue, right?
Right.
You guys sort of let them in groups, which is cool. It makes it more crowd control and the kids are more fun and everything's better. But at one point I looked and I saw there was a line had formed on Harrison to get into the trunk or treat. And I thought it was the balloon line and it scared the heck out of me. Because I thought there were like 400 kids waiting for balloons still or something. Oh, we're in big trouble.
You didn't twist 750 balloons last year then?
I don't remember what we got to. It might have been that number. So the pumps we use have a counter. And so you can see, okay, I did 1, 2, 3. And so typically at the farmer's market, I get to a couple hundred. And I'm pretty sure we tripled or quadrupled that last year at the trunk or treat. So not everybody came from the trunk or treat to the farmer's market.
Yeah.
Which was, it was a mistake because most of the vendors will have candy.
Yeah.
I have more help this year and I'll be the one on the microphone. So I will be
Oh,
sure.
no.
I know.
Give Kerri the microphone.
So I will make sure to keep announcing to go over there. We'll talk before it so you can tell me if anything special is going on, but I will tell them, don't forget to go trick or treating through the farmer's market too.
Yeah, one of the things Allen Park businesses should know, if they can't sponsor a trunk, most Allen Park businesses can get a free space at the farmer's market.
Mhm.
And so you could just show up that week and hand out candy and look at kids in costumes, right? Because there's a lot of cute costumes, a lot of creative stuff.
Right.
Yeah.
So
There's a lot of room over there, and you're right with the community, like face to face with the entire community.
Right. And it's hard to feel bad about people that just gave your kid candy.
Right. You'll take a
Positive.
flyer. Because we have a big event that happens in November, and it's not that far away from trunk or treat. It's our annual, it's like our 42nd, 37th annual craft fair, which is in our fellowship building, the whole entire building. So we definitely want people to know about that. So we're always passing out flyers like that.
Okay. I'd be happy to put some out on my table if you point me at them.
All right, we have some cool messages in the chat. Amy Bowerman said Steve and Christy are the best.
Christy's my wife.
Yes, I figured that. And Pat Clemens said Team Wade and her four-legged friends would like to donate a Team Wade shirt to Mr. Donohue. We will see him tonight. All right, good.
Well, another shirt to wear.
Yep.
There you go.
I usually don't take donations. Usually I try to buy them, but we'll work it out.
All right, I'll let you work that out with Pat. He's also a big supporter of Allen Park and everything going on. Norma said Amy, Steve and Christy are wonderful and touch so many lives. So you and your wife are pretty popular people in Allen Park. It's really good to get to know you.
Well, we do okay. My wife's the teacher at Rogers Elementary, and so she meets a lot of kids. In fact, that's our original meeting of Connor was that way.
Right.
When he was in first grade. So
That was a few years ago.
a few years ago.
You must be super proud of him then.
Yeah, he's awesome.
Yeah, he's a great young
We have to be
person.
careful we don't get his head too big.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know. He's probably too busy to be listening, so I'm not worried that he's actually listening with
Yeah,
us.
but Patty will tell him.
Yes, Patty will tell him. Patty's proud of her son. He's a good guy.
Yep.
They both her kids are.
Well, I
Great.
can't help but notice that you look like somebody that's around in December.
Yeah, you know what?
Do you help out Saint Nick in December?
I haven't before, but I've been going to school.
Oh, okay.
There's an online school you can go to, and I go every Tuesday. So yeah, it's kind of funny. The funniest part is you get on a Zoom call just like this,
Yeah.
except that when you get on this Zoom call and you see that grid of people, all of them look a lot like me. So there's like, 35 or 40 people there, and they all have a white beard, and some of them actually wear suits year round, apparently. So it's interesting.
They wear their Santa suits. So do any of them wear them to the meeting?
Yes, a lot of them wear them to the meeting. There's always a few. Yeah, it's neat. It's fun. It turns out if you hang out with a bunch of Santa Clauses, most of them turn out to be really nice guys. So
That's what I always think. Sometimes I'll see people that look like Santa and I'll just think, wow, what if that's really Santa? And like, how exciting would that be?
So what have you learned at school? And who teaches it?
it's a guy named Ed Taylor. But really, a lot of the value of it is that it's kind of like your grief share, I bet, right? Where everybody has a little piece they can bring, right? And so there's a leader, but then there's all these other Santas that have things to say that are fun and interesting. And so it's neat. I mean, they go through a lot of topics. Probably the funniest thing is you're on a phone call with 40 or 50 guys that are in their 60s, and they're discussing hair care tips, which is not maybe not what you'd expect.
Beard tips.
Right.
Eh?
Yeah,
A lot of beard tips.
tips.
Yes. Yep.
Yes.
How do you get it whiter and whatever?
Right.
keep
What's
it
the
white?
best makeup and all that kind of thing. So yeah, I've been working on getting mine whiter. I don't know if it's really got there yet, but eventually. I'm probably
That's
just
kind of-
bleached it.
That's kind of funny though, that they talk about hair tips, for keeping your beard whiter and stuff like that.
Yeah, it's interesting. I mean, it's just weird, right? You don't expect guys to
No.
talk beard tips.
I mean, I didn't really know there was a Santa school to
Oh,
begin
there's
with.
a bunch. There's 2 or 3 online ones, and then there's actually one of the biggest ones is here in Michigan in Frankenmuth. They have a one-day field trip where they
Bronner's?
take everybody to Bronner's, and then they do some Santa school stuff. So there's another one in I think Branson.
You need me to,
Big one. So yeah, there's a lot of them. So I
Are there
couldn't
more-
go this year because I got the farmer's market, so they're almost all on weekends. So maybe next year. Oh, we lost Kerri.
One of our loyal listeners texted me, I can't find it. I go, oh, we're there. We're there.
Yeah.
So I've heard that you do a lot, send a lot of cards, that you're the king of cards.
I send some cards. Yeah. If you're on so we have a pretty big Christmas list. And so if anybody's on
Oh,
our
of course, you're
Christmas
Santa,
list,
right?
well, and if your address is on our Christmas list and your birthday comes up on Facebook, we send a card. And then
so
sometimes I just send postcards because I'm bored. So we collect both. It started, we went on a trip, and we thought it'd be fun to send postcards to our nieces and nephews as we were going through the different states. And then it just kind of caught on from there. We sent a few to friends and family, and yeah.
I think that's really great because I'm on the Deacons and we have a whole group dedicated to sending cards. And so,
Oh.
I mean, it's nice to know, that other people do it too, because it's kind of a lost art now.
Right.
People,
Well,
everything is electronic.
I don't know if you'd call it art if you saw my handwriting, but I try.
Hey, that's the thought. It's definitely the thought that counts with cards.
Yep. I think that's true.
I collect postcards. I have some from around the world and some really antique ones.
Oh, neat.
Really old ones. I've got a book with them and it's really cool. I like postcards, so.
Yeah, I have a book with cards I've received. Once you start sending them, people start sending them back once. in a
Yeah.
while.
Yes, that's
They
cool.
reciprocate, yeah.
Yep. So it's fun.
How long have you been doing the street fair? Just since last year?
Yeah, I started the farmer's market
I mean, yeah, the farmer's market.
Last June, I guess, and then from there I went forward and I've done most of the DDA events. I don't do music in the streets, but I did Touch a Truck this year. That was big. That's a cool event too, if you've never been to it. And then we did the craft fair. I don't know if we're gonna do that this year, but we'll see. So we do a
right.
lot of events for local charities too. So we've done, I don't know, 7 or 8 events for the Downriver Foster Closet, which is a charity that helps foster families by giving kids sort of a care package when they arrive.
Yeah, we love them. We support them too.
Yeah, we
Yeah.
had them on as guests.
Did you? Oh, cool. Yeah, I love those ladies. So
They're
we
wonderful.
and we do some schools. We did Lindemann earlier this year at their carnival. It turns out that if you go to, this is the weirdest part to me, is that if you know where Duda Park is, it's like 2 blocks from Arno. But somehow the Lindemann PTA is the one that contacted us to come and do balloons at their school. Although I
That's
did run into a Arno teacher once and she was like, "You're the balloon guy?" So apparently the kids knew about me. Some had brought her balloons the next day. So it was pretty nice.
Yeah, that's what I told Sue too. I go, we have a really fun guest. He's a balloon guy. His name is Steve. And I was like, I don't know much about him, but I can't wait to get to find out what he's all about. And I've heard so many good things. I'm just so glad that because you were promoting our trunk or treat event. And I
Yeah,
appreciate
well,
that.
yep. Yeah, I promoted that because, I think the kids could use more things to do, right? And it'd be a
Absolutely.
good way
Keep
for
them
all of us
busy.
to get together and hang out for a little while.
Yeah, and it's really perfect the way it's set up for young kids because they don't want to walk 14 miles through, hundreds of cars. It's just perfect for them. And they get a lot of candy. So it really
Yeah.
works out nice.
Yeah, I remember last year someone looked pretty loaded down. So.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, we used to do it in the parking lot, but it's so much better doing it on the street.
Right.
It's safer because I don't want like families and kids running across the street to the farmer's market.
Right.
So it's
No, it worked out really well.
way safer. Yeah. Worked out really fun. It was really fun.
Yeah.
All right. So what big things do we have coming up after this? It's always something, right? I mean, the
Well,
farmer's market. What do you have going?
So, I have the farmer's market and then, Made in Michigan today, obviously the farmer's market for the rest of the season, trunk or treat. The Downriver Foster Closet has an event on the 2nd, I think. I think it's like 2 Sundays from now, they have an event that we're going to come out and do things for. And then we just did a couple of women's shelters. That was an interesting visit. So we were out in Flint. The first one, there were not very kids. There was about maybe 20, but the one we did the second, a couple nights ago, there were probably, I don't know, 100, 150 kids.
Wow.
So those get, and you're only there for 3 hours. So you got to go pretty quick. So
Right. Does your wife know how to twist balloons too?
she can make a sword.
Okay, that's good.
In an
Well,
emergency, she's been known to make the sword.
What's your favorite balloon to twist? into?
I don't, probably a flower is probably that's one that I can do. I think I do pretty well. And so that's kind of my go-to, right? And then the other, every balloon person, their go-to is the dog, because that's mostly the first thing you learn.
Yeah.
So if
What
you ask
about
for,
the hats where the kids can wear them?
yeah, I wear some, I do some hats. It's funny, they're not as popular as you'd think. I don't know.
Wow.
Yeah, it's one of those things where every week I come thinking this is the week I'm going to do hats, and then
Yeah.
no hat. So I do have some hairband things that the kids like.
do you normally ask the kids what they want, or do you just give them something because that would take a long time to?
No, we usually ask them.
Okay.
Most kids, it's one of those things where, if you made a list of things that you probably should do that I haven't done, one of them would be to have a pictures of, here's the things I can do. Cause that's the number one question is, well, what do you have? And
Right.
unfortunately,
You
I
don't
can't
have
do
like
too.
samples, you don't twist a few to begin with and then just point, this is a dog and this is a flower, whatever.
We do, but usually the first time a child comes up and says, I want that monkey. All right,
You give it to them, eh?
There you
that
go.
one's
Right.
done. And so then if you find time, you make another one. And if you don't, then you just have to tell them what you've got. So
Patty Johnson said, he learned to make a frog for me and Bailey. Aw. And Laura Karate, last year, the line went down to Allen. It was fantastic.
yeah, that was the trunk or treat line, not my line.
Yes. It was
Laura-
very, very-
Laura makes jam at the farmer's market. Have you ever had the excellent jam there? And she makes tarts.
nice. Well, Laura, you are welcome to do the show with us. All you gotta do is send a message or ask Steve for my contact info.
Yeah, I told her she should do it. We'll see how she does.
Here, I'll put my email right in the chat.
That's probably the best part of the farmer's market for me too, is that, when you go every week, you start to get to know people. And so you have a whole bunch of new friends, right? Like Laura looks out for me for things, so the other night I went to the meet the candidate thing and it was because Laura told me, hey, this is the night of it. So
Right, and we, Suzanne and I will interview everyone from the farmer's market. We're all about supporting small business. And we do this every Friday. So anyone who wants to have some free advertising, just let us know. All right, she said she will. Great. All right,
awesome.
good deal.
Do we
All
have
right,
any
so-
questions of our listeners? Christine?
Well, we have just a lot of praise, which I have a feeling Steve's not big on praise.
Oh, no.
No, I think he does it because he likes to give like we all do.
Yeah, it's just for fun.
Yes, for fun and just be a good person. Hi, Sue Tucker.
You can't let those things go to your head, right? And it's
No, exactly. And you got to remember why you do them. You can't, it's not an ego. You don't do it for ego. You do it for the joy of giving. Hi, Barry and Margot. I don't think I missed anyone. All right, so Made in Michigan is tonight. You can see Steve there and ask him to make you a dog or a fun hat.
A monkey?
Or monkey. And we found out frogs, but that's probably a one-time thing, not an everyday
no,
thing.
I like making the frog.
All right, so all right. So you
It
can-
turns out to look like Kermit when you're done.
Cool.
So
Oh, hi, Judy.
It's hard to be green.
it's not
Hi,
today,
Judy. Judy
it's
had
you.
just been watching too.
or
Yes.
if you're like my age, right? It's not Kermit, it looks like Froggy from the Google. So
That's awesome. All right, well, I mean, I hope that your Santa dreams come true because that sounds like a great progression.
fun. So
I
don't
think
forget the market is 2 to 11 today and 10 to 11 tomorrow.
It's 2
Made in
days.
Michigan.
All right.
I didn't realize. See, I didn't even pick up on that.
Yeah, Made
Say
in
that
Michigan is 2 days.
All right, so the farmer's market is 2 to whatever.
Well, so this week only they're combined. So the farmer's market will be part of Made in Michigan. And they're going to put it right. They're mixing the vendors in with the other vendors for Made in Michigan. So you just have to go up by Allen Road. You don't have to do, sometimes you have to come down Philomene to find the farmer's market. That won't be there this time. So everybody's going to be all on Allen Road. And then, so 2 to 11, and then tomorrow 10 to 11. And there's musical guests both night too. So late, around 7 or 8, they start the music up with live bands. And don't ask me because I don't remember who they are. I think one's Detour, but I don't remember the other one.
Yeah, Made in Michigan was super popular last year, so I'm sure, and the weekend weather is gonna be fantastic.
Yeah, last year we had a pretty big crowd and it was terrible weather.
Yeah, it's gonna be
So
beautiful.
this should be much
beautiful
better.
weather.
Yeah.
And I'm really happy that the farmers market vendors are gonna be right out there and have a chance to really do well these 2 days. We wish
Yeah, should be great. So if you're looking for us, I got a note that said I'm going to be kind of near Mays Bakery.
Okay,
So because we were at the Pocket Park for the street fair and a lot of people complained they couldn't find us. So if you're looking for us, we'll be, I think he said 2 doors down from Mays Bakery, which might mean by City Coffee House, but I'm not completely sure.
Well, I mean, it sounds like great. I'm sure they're gonna have stuff out there too and
Right in the
easy to-
middle.
right.
Yeah,
Ooh.
I'll be able to have, I don't know if you've ever been to May's Bakery, but boy, that's some good stuff.
It looks, their stuff looks
Even better than the
amazing.
refrigerator at home, huh?
Oh, Adam will probably be put on notice that he can't sell me anything. Yeah. My wife is known for contacting stores and telling them not to sell me things. So
Oh my gosh, that's hilarious.
I can't go to Party Stop and buy chocolate.
They will
will-
actually tell you where we can't sell this to you.
Yeah,
That's funny. Oh,
they're so bad. One time I was at Sam's Club buying something for my wife's class. They wanted Tootsie Rolls. And as I'm going through the store, I hear a voice behind me say, "That's a lot of chocolate." And I look around and it's Rahul from Party Stop buying chocolate somewhere else,
That's really funny. Oh my
Well, you won't
goodness.
sell it to me, so.
Yeah, yeah.
I think we all need a Christy in our life because that's awesome. To go to that extent to keep you as well as you can be. So that's awesome.
Yep.
We are at the end of our time. I know you got things to do and places to be. Can't thank you enough for supporting us. And I'm finding you and for just jumping right in here and interviewing. Tell all the vendors, anyone is welcome to join us and support their product. And we love meeting new people.
I'm sure there'll be a bunch of people that are interested. And
Good.
thank you for having me on the show. I appreciate it.
Well, you have a great day and I hope everyone comes to see you and calls you by name and says hello. And we shall talk soon before trunk or treat.
All right. See you then.
All right. Thanks, Steve. Sue's going to take us out. Go ahead, Sue.
We usually end with a scripture, and today's is Psalm 16:11. You make known to me the path of life. You will fill me with joy in your presence, with eternal pleasures at your right hand.
I picked that for you, Steve.
Oh, thank you.
Yes, I thought that was kind of appropriate. It was hard to find a balloon twisting scripture, but I did.
You didn't find any, well, okay.
That's what I found, and it seemed pretty good. So, everyone, thank you. Oh, Jim Barry's watching. Hi, Jim Barry. Good morning. So we want to thank everyone who's been with us today. If you missed any part of this interview, it'll be uploaded to our YouTube channel. You'll see it there, and you can watch it anytime that's convenient for you. Have a great day. Enjoy this beautiful weather. And remember, Sue.
Yep. Well, if you'd like to learn more about the good news, be sure to join Pastor Tim for devotions live at 9, Monday through Thursday on Facebook. And join us Sundays at 10 a.m. for worship. It's live streamed on Facebook and YouTube or in person in our beautiful sanctuary in Allen Park, Michigan, where I will give you a hug if you would like. And we hope you'll join us next Friday for the Good News Live at 9, when our guests will be Gina Garisco, who will be telling us about the Faith in Blue weekend coming up October 8th. And remember, you are a beloved child of God, and God loves you. And so do we.
Thank you, everyone.
Bye, everyone. Have a
Have a
great
great
week.
day.
Bye.